Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Sergeant Moose here, back with another The Texas Chainsaw Massacre video. And guys, it is finally time, man. Tomorrow, November 26th, we are getting the anticipated upcoming patch for the game. And of course, we have the patch notes coming in, guys, today. We're going to talk about that here on the video. Of course, those of you that, have read the Muerto Times earlier this month kind of have an idea of what we're going to be expecting in this patch. But there's also a whole lot more, man. It's a beefy patch. So without further ado, guys, we're going to talk about the patch notes and what else we can expect in tomorrow's patch. So let's jump into it. Alright guys, so to kick things off, as usual, the update's going to drop at 8 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow. This is again November 26th, and with it we have a few pieces of content coming in as well. This includes the summertime outfit that's been teased the last few weeks. Most of you have seen this. This is an outfit for each individual victim, and this will be included in the content pass. So if you have the content pass already, you can rest assured that is going to be yours. You will own that tomorrow. Now, on top of that, we also have the Anna Outfit Pack 3 and the Julie Outfit Pack 3 are both going to be released tomorrow as well. These are both going to be paid cosmetics, guys, just so you know. Now, finally, we have the Blackout cosmetics are going to be completed within the game for Hans, Maria, and Virginia. We're finally going to see them Blackout cosmetics, guys. I'm super happy about that. It wasn't like a huge deal for me, but at the same time, it's just something that was like, everybody else has these Blackout skins for level 99. Like, it felt kind of weird with Hans, Maria, and Virginia to be left out, and they're also cool too, so really good to see that they got them in the game as well. Now, moving on into the patch notes, guys, we're going to point out some of the biggest patch notes that we've noticed here in the patch. There's a lot of minor fixes too with bugs and stuff that we probably won't go over too much here, but I definitely want to get out some of the big stuff. So what we do know now, guys, we have known issues. Some players may experience server area errors when trying to unlock the perk Unrelenting and Dracula in Hans skill tree. So they're telling us ahead of time that there may be an issue with them changing Hans skill tree tomorrow and removing Scout. They're going to be replacing Scout with Unrelenting and Dracula, and there may be an issue unlocking that. Hopefully it's not a big issue, but we'll see. It also says players loading in a rush week may experience prolonged wait times for player refills if players leave the lobbies. Players may experience native invites not functioning properly for private matches. So these are known issues, guys, coming on right now. And of course, we know we do have the holiday coming up, Thanksgiving, and then we have Christmas next month. Let's hope nothing's too crazy there. I'm really hoping. But anyway, let's talk about the good stuff. So obviously, guys, with the Hans skill tree, this is probably one of the biggest parts of this patch, one of the most talked about. He is losing Scout, which, of course, if you guys have watched my content, as soon as I found out that Hans was losing Scout, I just took it off of him anyway to get used to it. By the way, I do recommend Feral, easily tuckered out, possibly, or you can even try switch to Fired Up with him. He's got some good builds without Scout, but Scout's going to be gone. It's going to be replaced by Unrelenting. Dracula will replace the previous node that Unrelenting was in. So you can now run Unrelenting as well in place of Scout. It'll be interesting to see the kind of builds we see from Hans there. Let me know you guys' thoughts on that. But we also have custom private match toggles. We've added a toggle for item spawn rates. They're half and double. So another good change to custom private matches there, guys. I like to see that. I think it's cool if they add all kinds of different options in. So that's a good start as well for custom private matches. Fusebox minigame instructions. Text for the Fusebox minigame has been updated. This is in Rush Week. Previously, it read match the round fuse color with the correct slot, ensuring the amp value is met for each pair. Once complete, power will be restored, and basement exit will open temporarily, which is interesting, because it says Rush Week, Fusebox minigame instructions. It will now correctly read match the round fuse color with the correct slot. Once complete, power will be restored. Okay, so, yes, so basically it used the regular ASIM mode text for the fuse box, which didn't make any sense because there's not an exit in the basement of the sorority house. So now it looks right, and it also says we've updated the text players will see upon a successful completion of the minigame. Instead of it saying basement exit opened, it'll say success now. Door slammed on Johnny in Rush Week, guys. Once Johnny's level 3, door slammed on him will break as intended. We have added a notification at level 3 which will read slam doors on will now break on Johnny. So that's a good change there too as well, because there's a ton of doors in the sorority house, and it can be kind of difficult, for Johnny to maneuver around, especially getting door slammed. But at least now, whenever you door slam on the door will no longer be there, so you're gonna have to find a different route. Also, guys, we have fear rebalancing. We got a lot of Rush Week stuff here, man, which was, pretty much expected. Sorority girls will now start with some fear in different visual effects. Previously, sorority girls would start the match with no fear. This was another one, too, guys, on the Muerto Times, Danny's Tamper UI. We have fixed a visual bug where a Danny player would use their tamper with at least half of the knowledge bar filled. The tamper minigame UI would fill up completely. Danny's tamper minigame will now display the correct knowledge added. So that's a good change there with the UI, guys. I know exactly what they're talking about. When you hit the tamper button with him, you'll see the bar slowly move on the UI. Now it'll kind of be in sync with your progress you're making there on the taps for Danny. Also, base game Danny Star Sign ability cancellation. An issue has been resolved where progress made by applying knowledge in the tamper minigame was reset if a Danny player attempted to progress the minigame before the entire knowledge charge, could fully apply. Progress made in the minigame will now apply correctly. Also, guys, there was a Leatherface exploit too as well. The team has fixed an issue where Leatherface players could bypass the opening animation of doors and gates by running toward the door, revving, and swinging their chainsaw at the same time. Leatherface can no longer melee attack while opening a door or gate. To be honest, guys, I am a Leatherface main who's put over 2,000 hours into playing Leatherface, and I did not know he could do this. So that shows how much I exploit. But for those of you that did do that, it is now appears to be gone. So that's good. Grandpa Perks activating at the wrong level. We have resolved an issue where all Grandpa Perks equipped in the match were intermittently activating at a bond level 1, regardless of their level. They'll now activate at the correct levels. Taking a look here, guys, we have some barge animations going to be fixed. An issue that's been fixed where players are able to cancel their barge animation in order to barge a door faster than intended. Those of you know what I'm talking about. This is an exploit I know about. I never use it, though, man. If you guys watch my stream, you know I don't use it. I've had people encourage me to use this. Of course, this is just tapping the... just rapidly tapping the button that brings up the players' names, the menu that brings up the players' names and stuff in-game. Rapidly tapping it while also tapping the barge button would help the door be barged faster. This will no longer happen. And I see people do this all the time, and it literally saves like a millisecond. It's like some of the dumbest shit I've seen in this game. It's what it is. But that'll be no longer, thank God. There's blood issues with the base game, guys. Washing away from characters, like things like that we're not really going to talk about too much. It's good they're changing them, but there's going to be some changes, to visualizations and stuff in the game as well. Gas station storm textures. This was one of the reasons why, if you guys remember when the storm variant of the map came out, they took it out of the game because they needed to be fixed, but players, there was some backlash about that, so they just brought it back to the game. Well, now it's going to be fixed. This is what they were having the issues with. We fixed issues with rain textures being incorrectly applied to characters when inside. Now the correct textures will only display when outside, so that's good. So they were able to keep Gas Station Storm in the game. Nobody really complained about it that I know of anyway. It looked good to me. But now, the issue they were having is fixed. Fixed Choose Fight. Our team has fixed an issue where Choose Fight was not extending the stun duration for sneak attacks properly. Choose Fight should now correctly extend a family member stun duration after a sneak attack by 2, 3.5, and 5 seconds, respectively. That's all well and good with Choose Fight, guys. I just wish they could bring the animation back to where we just don't stand there and just do nothing. Like, at least let us walk slowly, like Taekwondo, where we can kind of just walk around slowly but not attack or do anything like that. Like, let us do something. It just looks stupid just standing there. But that's good. This is big for me, guys. We'll see. This is probably, what, the 10th time now they've tried fixing Rough Cut. Hopefully it actually works this time. Rough Cut has been fixed to where the perk will activate every time Leatherface attacks a victim. And you know your boy here, Moose, is going to be testing this extensively. And I'm hoping it works because I really like Rough Cut and I like where it's at on Leatherface's tree right now, too. So we're gonna test it out and see what happens. Hopefully it works. Moving on here, guys, we have climbing wells, the bug that caused players to be able to climb on top of certain wells on Slaughterhouse. Oh, yeah. Nancy's house and the mill has been fixed. That's good. You'll no longer be able to climb on top of those wells. That was super annoying as well. Glad that's fixed. Stuck spot, suffocating grip. You know, a lot of folks have been talking about that. They thought suffocating grip was going to get nerfed. It's actually not getting nerfed. Suffocating grip was making the close encounter minigame more than 25% easier for family members. So they did buff suffocating grip, of course, from 20 to 25. Myself, a lot of players, and myself, I even thought they were going to bump it back down to 20%. But that's not the case. They're leaving it at 25, but it was actually working at a higher percentage than 25. So it's going to be interesting to see now with it actually at 25, how it does. We have Barroom Hero, well issue. We fixed the bug where if a player had a perk Barroom Hero equipped, they would get stuck upon falling down the well. Of course, yes, the Barroom Hero, if I could speak correctly, issue. Also, guys, probably the thing I am excited the most about with this patch, fixed Cook's padlock exploit. Now, not only that, but we also have the security pins fixed. And I told you guys, back whenever we read the Muerto Times, I bet they're going to sneak that security pins fix in with the padlock exploit, because a lot of us were bummed out that it was only the padlock exploit. But yes, security pins is going to be fixed as well, just as I expected. So, those of you Cook mains out there, I'm semi-Cook main. I mean, not really, but I like playing Cook. Really excited to see his security pins back, man, because that's what makes the Cook, aside from his hearing ability as Seek, that's what makes the Cook, man, is the security pins. So, good to see that's back. And, of course, we talked about the padlock exploit with the Muerto Times, of course, resetting the padlock, putting a padlock on it. It would take the progress from the regular lock that was on the door or the gate, and it would put it into the padlock. That's going to be fixed as well. Good to see there. Because there were a lot of Cooks taking advantage of that exploit. Now, for the rest of the stuff here, guys, we have just a bunch of stuff for Rush Week. And it's basically just like cinematic stuff. It's like UI stuff. Camera stuff. I mean, all good stuff, of course. We're not going to really talk about all of it, though. Just kind of looking through here. Because this is the first time I'm reading the patch, by the way. While I'm telling you guys here on the video. Yeah, there's really nothing else here. I mean, there's, like I said, a ton of stuff for Rush Week. Of course, I'll put the link down in the description if you guys want to check that out as well. Bunch of stuff for Rush Week. One big thing, guys, I was kind of bummed about is the victim endurance bug. Of course, most of you know about this. Especially if you're victim mains, you know about this. The victim endurance bug has been plaguing the game for a while now. That, unfortunately, has not been fixed. They are aware of that. It kind of sucks if we have to wait until next month's patch. It would be nice if they can get that out in a hot fix at sometime soon. And I think if they did that, I think the game might be okay. I might be in an okay state. But again, like they said, they do expect some issues tomorrow. With hand skill tree and stuff like that, so we'll see how that goes. We'll be testing that, but guys, that's the patch notes, man. Not going to make this video any longer. We'll be, of course, here tomorrow with the update, the new cosmetics, man. The blackout cosmetics I'm really excited about. The summertime cosmetics that we're getting with the content pass, man. I'm really freaking stoked about that. Of course, Anna, who, non-debatable, has the best cosmetics in the game, is getting another best cosmetic in the game tomorrow, and Julie, of course, as well, with their outfit pack 3s. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this video, guys, of the patch down below in the comments, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, guys. I'll see you guys soon. My name's Sergeant Moose. Feel free to drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre content. We'll see you guys later.